Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed M.G.T.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. The October 27th operations reinforced the strategic integration of deep strike warfare with ground control tactics, embodying Russia's transition from linear offensives to network-centric attrition. The liberation of settlements in the Vostok sector, combined with sustained interdiction in the north and center, indicates a broader objective: logistics paralysis through layered operational dominance. The destruction of multiple EW stations, ammunition depots, and fuel storage facilities across all fronts reveals a deliberate focus on information denial and logistical starvation, the twin pillars of modern attrition warfare. By systematically dismantling Ukraine's industrial and transportation infrastructure, Russian forces are compressing the operational space and forcing the adversary into defensive fragmentation.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel Oguntoye, it's been another intense 24 hours on multiple fronts. Let's start at the top. What defines the overall operational picture for October 27th, 2025?
The last 24 hours were characterized by precision integration, a deliberate synchronization of ground maneuver, aerial interdiction, and long-range strike capabilities. Across all fronts, we continue to see the Russian armed forces executing multi-domain operations designed to isolate Ukrainian forces tactically while collapsing their logistics strategically. The main focus has shifted toward degrading infrastructure, energy nodes, rail transport, and industrial facilities that enable Ukraine to move and sustain its war effort. Simultaneously, our ground forces advanced tactically in nearly every sector, consolidating control and deepening positional dominance. To put it plainly, this was a day of measured gains. Not massive territorial advances, but rather operational deepening, pushing Ukrainian formations back, destroying their forward depots, and forcing them into reactive defense.
Let's begin in the north. The reports mention engagements near Sumy and Kharkiv. What was achieved there?
The northern axis continues to function as both a pressure front and a diversionary theater. Our North Troop Group struck Ukrainian formations near Andriivka, Pavlovka, Kondratovka, and Varakino in the Sumy region, and in Volchansk, Sinelnikovo, and Neskutchnoye in the Kharkiv direction. Here, our operations targeted mechanized and motorized infantry brigades, as well as territorial defense units. We neutralized approximately 185 personnel, multiple armored vehicles, and forward artillery positions. The tactical objective is twofold: to disrupt cross-border reinforcement routes and to pin down Ukrainian brigades that might otherwise be redeployed southward.
So the Northern Front isn't just about local control, but about shaping the broader operational map?
Exactly. It's about fixing the enemy, forcing them to commit manpower and equipment here, thus preventing flexibility elsewhere. By continually applying pressure along the northern corridor, we're stretching their logistics thin and eroding their ability to sustain simultaneous defenses in Donetsk and Zaporizhia. The end result is cumulative attrition, fewer reserves, disrupted communications, and weakened morale.
Let's move to the west. Kupiansk, Liman, and nearby settlements have been active battlegrounds. What developments can you share from that area?
The western sector remains a critical logistical hinge. The West Troop Group advanced its front line across Kupiansk, Kurilovka, and Starovorovka, inflicting losses on mechanized and assault brigades backed by National Guard elements. We destroyed over 7 armored vehicles, 5 of them Western-made, alongside multiple ammunition depots and EW systems. Ukrainian losses exceeded 240 personnel, and their defensive coordination in that corridor continues to deteriorate.
So would you say this front is being used to control Ukraine's logistics into Donbas?
Yes. Kupiansk is the logistical artery feeding eastern operations. The more we choke this corridor, the less effective Ukrainian resupply to Donbass becomes. In operational terms, this front serves as a logistics denial zone, not simply about holding ground, but about cutting arteries that sustain resistance further south.
Now, turning to the south, we're seeing continued engagements near Seversk and Konstantinovka. What's the significance of this sector at this stage?
The southern sector represents one of our most methodical advances. The South Troop Group pressed forward along the Seversk-Konstantinovka line, engaging mechanized and assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces. Our operations eliminated around 140 enemy personnel and destroyed multiple armored vehicles, artillery pieces, and 5 ammunition depots. Importantly, we took out several Western-supplied M113 armored personnel carriers, further reducing Ukraine's mechanized mobility in this zone. The operational focus here is incremental encirclement. Rather than large-scale offensive surges, we are systematically degrading Ukrainian defensive belts and isolating pockets of resistance. Each strike, each depot destroyed, weakens their capacity to mount counteroffensives.
The central sector has seen steady progress for several days. What's the latest development there?
Yes, the center continues to be the primary axis of operational effort. Our forces advanced along Krasnoarmeysk, Rodinskoye, and Dmitrov, engaging a mix of mechanized, airborne, and National Guard brigades. We inflicted over 450 casualties, destroyed Kazakh armored vehicles, and secured terrain that provides dominant elevation and observation points. This is crucial because the Donetsk-Dnipropetrovsk corridor serves as a key logistics spine. Controlling it allows us to shape the battlefield across 2 adjacent sectors simultaneously.
Let's move east. There were reports of liberated settlements in Zaporizhzhia. What's the picture there?
The East Troop Group achieved notable gains. We liberated Novonikolivka, Privolnoye, and Egorovka, expanding our forward positions into deeper Ukrainian defenses. Ukrainian forces suffered around 300 casualties, and several key supply depots were captured or destroyed. Operationally, this represents deep maneuver warfare, the deliberate penetration into rear echelon logistics zones rather than holding exposed front lines. These gains also cut Ukraine's lateral movement between Dnipropetrovsk and Zaporizhzhia, making it harder for them to shift reinforcements or reposition artillery.
And finally, Colonel, what's happening along the Dnipro sector?
The Dnipro front remains strategically vital as the southern supply corridor. Our Dnipro troop group targeted Ukrainian mechanized and mountain assault brigades in Stepov, Stepnohursk, and Mykolsk, eliminating around 60 personnel, 14 vehicles, and multiple EW stations. This area is more about protection and projection, securing our own logistics along the river while maintaining the capability to launch cross-river operations if conditions evolve. The Dnipro acts as both a natural barrier and a conduit, and we're using it to sustain strategic flexibility.
Let's talk about the air and missile campaign. What role did long-range strikes play in shaping today's operations?
The aerospace and missile forces played a defining role. We targeted transport networks, railway hubs, and energy facilities, specifically those used to move weapons and fuel toward Donbass. Strikes also hit a military airfield, UAV assembly workshops, and long-range drone launch pads. The effect is cumulative. These strikes limit Ukraine's operational reach while accelerating their consumption of stored ammunition and energy reserves. Our air defense network also intercepted 7 MRS rockets and an astounding 350 enemy UAVs, a testament to the efficiency of our layered counter-UAV doctrine.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. The October 27th operations exemplify measured dominance, an evolution of warfare emphasizing control, precision, and endurance over rapid movement. Across every sector, Russian forces are now operating within a networked attrition model, systematically dismantling Ukraine's ability to sustain a coordinated defense. Tactically, the focus has shifted from territory to tempo. Every advance, every strike, is calibrated to sap Ukraine's logistics and morale. Strategically, this phase is preparing the conditions for the winter operational posture, in which control of supply routes, fuel lines, and terrain elevation will outweigh any single territorial gain. In essence, Russia's strategy is transforming this conflict from a contest of space into a contest of time and resources. The winner will not be the side that moves fastest, but the one that endures longest, and endurance is precisely what these operations are designed to secure.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive frontline updates from commanders in theater.